Good day, and welcome to What's Happening MoCo, an authentic, unscripted podcast from your Montgomery County government. Now, here's your host, Derek Kinney.
Good day, and welcome to this delicious edition of the What's Happening MoCo podcast. I'm your host, Derek Kinney, and I'm ready to dig into this episode. You're going to want to pay close attention as we sample a few of the delectable dishes and discuss the MoCoEats Food and Beverage Showcase with our good friend, Leticia Engel from Visit MoCo. Leticia, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Now we're surrounded by all these munchies and goodies and sugar and salt, all the things that I can't have, but I'm going to have today.
You are today.
I'm making a sacrifice for the listeners and viewers of the What's Happening MoCo podcast, so I hope they appreciate it. But before we get started, though, let's talk a little bit about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your first time here, but it might be the first time someone's hearing from you and Visit Montgomery. Tell us a little bit about you and what you do with Visit Montgomery and a little bit about Visit Montgomery.
Sure. So I lead the marketing team at Visit Montgomery. Visit Montgomery is the destination marketing organization for Montgomery County.
Whoa.
So it's a very fun job. Our the goal is to share all of the wonderful fun things to see and do and eat in the county to people all around the area and bring them into the county to spend money. It's economic development through tourism.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's wonderful. That's a great and noble task. And we're glad to be here today to help you through sampling some of these goodies. And while we're sampling, we're also highlighting some of the micro and small and other businesses in Montgomery County, Maryland. So let's talk about this day or these 2 days of events. What's happening with these events and where can people find more information about them?
So I'm excited to share that in just 3 weeks, we are hosting the MoCoEats Food and Beverage Showcase.
Oh, wow.
So as part of our mission to celebrate the food and beverage scene, to support the local businesses, to ensure that they're getting visibility, that they're thriving, so that both visitors as they're coming into the county, but also the residents here can really just explore the culinary scene of Montgomery County. So the MoCoEats Food and Beverage Showcase is actually 2 events in one.
Okay.
So on March 30th and 31st, on Sunday the 30th is the Consumer Expo. That is open to the public.
Okay.
On the 31st is the Monday. That's our hospitality conference. That is for industry professionals. So we're talking like general managers, chefs, hoteliers, different entrepreneurs in the food and beverage industry, in the hospitality world. That one's pretty excited. We're having Seth Goldman as our keynote speaker. He's the co-founder of Honest Tea, Just Iced Tea, Plant Burger. So he's quite an inspiration, telling the stories of how to build a sustainable business. And so he's a fun highlight. There'll be other other breakout sessions and panel discussions about things within the food and beverage industry, startups, marketing, resources.
Clear, you're talking the national brand Honest Tea.
Yes.
Okay. So people don't think.
He's based out of here in Montgomery County. Yes.
That's amazing. It's amazing that we have, again, things that are born here and grow here able to reach broad audiences, and they get so big that you forget that's made in MoCo.
Absolutely. I'd love to tell the stories of that, right? Like it's pretty inspirational.
Indeed.
So that is the hospitality conference for the industry professionals.
Okay.
And I'd like to roll back to day 1, which is the Consumer Expo.
All right.
That is the big foodie event. There are over 90 businesses participating, from restaurants around the DMV, small batch producers. A lot of what I brought in here to share with you are these local makers that you can find in farmers markets or in some of the local shops or in restaurants around the area. We'll have the craft beverage producers there, the wineries, breweries, distilleries.
And are you able to sample some of those items during the day as well?
So you'll be able to go around, sample the products, purchase your favorite. But what I
Oh.
really like is that you get to have some FaceTime with the makers,
Yeah.
hear their stories.
Yeah.
Where did they start? Where did they get inspired? Why did they start these businesses? So it's a great opportunity to do that. The tickets are $20 online. They go
Okay.
up, so I recommend getting tickets in
Oh,
advance.
wow.
And so it should be a great time. For those listening after the event, if you go to MoCoEats.com, which is where you can buy the tickets, but you also find all of the vendors so that you can see and you don't have to miss out, even if you weren't at the event, all of the
Wow.
local businesses that you
But
can
we
try.
should be there, though. We should try to get there.
Yes.
For $20, you're able to sample items from 90 plus odd vendors within one day of exciting activity, meeting entrepreneurs, people that are making things that you never knew they made, or making some of the things you're familiar with, but you never knew it was made in MoCo.
That's right.
Oh, wow. That's
So let's
exciting.
start eating, right? Sampling some products. What do you think?
You're twisting my arm here. Let it be known that I was very reluctant to start this whole eating process, but I will, and I believe we have help here today as well.
Yes, we do. I brought Anae, who is part of our communications team, part of the marketing team. And so Anae is our foodie expert. Anytime I want to know where to go to get the best food or treats, she's in the know. It's her job. It's her job to know.
I'm going to test her. I'm going to test her later. I'm just going to throw out, where can I go? Sometime during this, it's going to come out of left field. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure she's
ready
up to
for
the
that.
task. Here we go. All right.
So the first business I wanted to feature or highlight is Sweet Maddie's Bakery.
Ooh.
And so they're actually located down the road in Frederick. And the owner had decided to kind of dabble in baking and really found a passion. He named the business after his daughter, Madison.
Okay.
They make small batch cookies that you can buy and make at home. So think of like break and bake cookies that you get at the grocery store, but these are all natural ingredients, no preservatives, and you're supporting a local small business.
Wow. Okay. And by small batch, what does that? That means that.
So he makes them
So it's not
as
not
he
like
goes.
mass produced.
It's
then.
not mass produced. And so what you'll find here, maybe Anae can tell us a little bit about the cookies that are here.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
she met
this one up here is-
Sweet Maddie's.
Yes, as I say, yeah. So he actually delivered those to us, so we could bring them here. So what you're about to eat is like a fusion between a chocolate chip cookie and just a chocolate cookie.
Do it. It's going to be so good.
Try it and let us know how it tastes.
For those who are not seeing or only listening, he's pretending he's not going to eat this, but really, he's going to enjoy it.
I'm going to eat it so close to the microphone that they can taste it.
A little ASMR here. But it's fun. Similar, like I said, to the break and bake, they come in these packages where they're frozen into little dough balls. And then you can take one or two if you want. You can make all 12 at a time. And so that you feel like you have a fresh baked cookie at home.
So delicious and soft. You have a cookie that's like it's fresh.
Yes.
And it's soft. It's not like some cookies are hard on purpose, but these, this one in particular is almost like cake. It's a little
it's nice and fluffy.
delectable. Yes.
And it's a little half. It almost looks like a yin yang of chocolate and vanilla going on. Yeah.
So good. So good.
And the second cookie, what is that one?
So the second cookie, that's actually what's on that bag. So it's the toffee, I believe.
Toffee salted caramel.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
A rich blend of brown butter, toffee, and caramel. Perfectly finished with a touch of smoked sea salt.
So that means when you buy it, you can take it home, you place it on your cookie sheet, and you can have hot, ready to eat whenever you're ready.
And if you have guests, you can tell them that they're homemade, that you made these cookies.
That's right. And they can't debate you because it was made at home.
Yes. But I would love to share the fact that these are from Sweet Maddie's because I think that's fantastic.
Now what is this again?
So that's the toffee caramel sea salt.
Toffee caramel sea salt. Okay, I'll tell you if that's toffee caramel or not.
And is it? Do you taste all of the flavors?
A little touch of sea salt in there.
Little touch. Yep.
Sets it off.
Yes.
Wow.
And then the third cookie is actually from another place, Potomac Sweets in Kensington.
Wow.
And so
that aftertaste, like there's a
Oh, let's stay here. Okay, we're going to stay here a second.
There's this whole dance going on in your mouth when you have it. And then you taste the salty and the sweet. And then afterwards, there's a little something extra that pops in there. It's to finish the dance. You know, you can't finish the dance without like the dip. I think there's like a little dip in this last cookie. I like that. Okay.
That sounds awesome.
All right.
So Potomac Sweets, the chef there, he is a pastry chef who studied in Belgium.
Oh, wow.
And he was the executive chef at the Ritz-Carlton and the Grand Hyatt in Hawaii, and the executive pastry chef at the Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. So he has over 25 years of skills. And so
that's amazing. Yeah.
So that's what we have here. And what he likes to use is European ingredients. These cookies have a European style butter that he gets from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So you'll have to let me know. I'm not tasting these cookies because I can't eat gluten. So I'm going to live vicariously through the wonderful explanation that you are giving us of each bite. So I'm interested to see how buttery these taste.
I'm glad you mentioned it. It does have a strong note of butter in it, but it's mixed into the cookie. It works well within the cookie.
Great.
So it's not overwhelmingly buttery, but you can taste the flow, the smooth, the richness of the butter in there. That's very nice. Oh my gosh, you guys are spoiling me.
So,
and then next week, talking to okay.
Next week we'll have a segment on fitness.
No. More cookies. The next episode will be called More Cookies for Derek. Okay.
Okay. Right. So another business that we have featured at the event is a women-owned business, two Filipino sisters, Marissa and Melissa, Matilda Bakes.
Oh.
So they started.
Can you say that again?
Matilda Bakes.
Matilda Bakes.
Mm-hmm.
Matilda Bakes.
Yes,
like music.
They're adorable. They started their own cinnamon roll business in Silver Spring during the pandemic.
Ooh.
So they got into perfecting their recipe and making these small batch cinnamon rolls. They have a bit of a heartfelt story. Unfortunately, their father developed stage 4 cancer.
Oh, no.
And so they took turns taking care of him, but he really, really supported this business. And so they do that in honor of him now. So they do a lot of fun cinnamon rolls from the traditional original. You can get giant ones that look like cakes. They might get inspired by whatever they're feeling like that day. Right? Yes. You can get them filled with Nutella.
Wow.
They have done some fun things like added Fruity Pebbles to the mix. And so they get creative with their cinnamon rolls. So
now in the last case, the small batches, you're able to take the dough and make your own cookies at home, nice and fresh.
Yes.
In this case, is it the same thing? Where
so they make them as needed. So they moved into a commercial kitchen, but you pre-order them and then you would have them fresh.
So when they deliver the cinnamon rolls, they're already done.
Yes, they are
whether
already
they have
done.
Fruity Pebbles, whether they're big, small, they're already done and delivered to you. That's awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful story. And they're honoring their father's memory. That's powerful. Okay.
Yes. And so moving on from baked goods, and we'll circle back because we're going to take an adventure here, right? A little foodie adventure.
Why do we have to move on from baked goods? Is there a need to move away from baked goods?
Well, to give you a little bit of break.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Ice Cream Yard. So the Ice Cream Yard is a food truck, an ice cream truck that is located in Clarksburg. And they make all their handcrafted ice creams. And they like to use some unique flavors, including chiku maybe?
Chiku.
Is that how we say it? I like to think that's how it's said because it sounds fun.
Yeah, chiku.
They put that in their ice cream and their milkshakes.
Okay.
And then sapota fruit. Sapato.
Okay.
They mix that in with vanilla ice cream.
I'll take your word for it. Okay.
It sounds awesome.
Yes.
I just enjoy it. I don't always know how to say it.
It sounds very exotic though. And
Yes.
I think
Yes.
And I have no idea what it is alluding to. Like, is that vanilla? Is that kind of a cocoa? Is that a fruit?
It's a fruity flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's a fruity flavor that they mix in with vanilla ice cream. And then they have one that they mix in saffron, pistachios, and cardamom.
Oh, wow.
So I guess a little bit of like a more of a savory ice cream going on.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yes.
I can go right next to this cookie here. It's okay.
We thought about bringing in ice cream, but that one's a little bit harder.
Now, will the food truck be there on site, or will they have a booth, I guess, at the event?
That is a good question. So we have a mix of businesses that will be inside that you'll be doing samples, but there will be some food trucks outside giving or selling full portions of their food and treats.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So people, as they go about different places trying to try all the different foods and support the businesses, of course, and they're doing it just because they, is there a way to track, where they're going and keep track of, what they're tasting?
Absolutely. So we at Visit Montgomery like to gamify everything because we like to have fun.
All right. Yeah. Well, why not have fun and delicious food?
Yeah. So we have an app. You go to the app store. It's Visit MoCo. And so if you search Visit MoCo and download the app, you'll see all of the businesses that are participating. Okay. So the app in general is just a great tool. So we see about an 80% repeat user experience this app, meaning so people download them and then they see that there's a lot of value in them. They keep coming back for more information because we're always updating it.
Oh,
and so it's a great tool where you can find, attractions, businesses, shopping, food, of course.
Of course.
So that is something that you will always find on our app. And our events, we have an events calendar that gets fed into the app. So you have all the events that are coming around every week right there at your fingertips. So if you download the app, we also activate these digital passports. Okay. And so we'll have a MoCoEats showcase passport, which will have all the different businesses that you'll be able to see while you're there.
Okay.
So you download it ahead of time, and then each business will have a QR code and a PIN number, so you can check in at each of the businesses. So you want to check in at all of them because the more times that you check in, you get entered to win a MoCoEats giveaway.
Oh, wow. we like winning.
So, yes. Yeah. So that way you can continue to explore the food scene in Montgomery County. So
and you kind of plan what you're going to do the day of. It can be overwhelming to have 90 vendors and not be able to get to some of the foods that you may have wanted to try, or some of the foods that are already your favorites that you didn't know were local.
Absolutely. So there's two tools. You can go to MoCoEats.com, and that's where you can buy your tickets. You can also see all of the vendors that are participating, all the businesses. Okay. But then also you can go to the app. You can download it at Visit MoCo at the app stores. And there is a passport that also has them all there. And so that's where you can really plan ahead and say, these are the ones that are my must-sees.
That's right.
Right?
Must taste.
Must taste.
Thank you.
And must visit.
With spirits. Okay,
yes. And so it's a really great planning tool. So you might be able to go and see. There's a restaurant that's new to me, or food business, Fritters and Roast. They're actually out of DC.
Fritters and Roast?
Right. And so they're actually a vegan, like kind of healthy Nigerian finger foods.
Oh, really? Nigerian finger foods.
So it's kind of vegan. It's Nigerian street food. Their spin on this. So you can order banana fritters, bean cakes, fried yam, roasted plantains. You can order them for pickup or delivery.
Okay.
So it's not a sit-down place, but they also have partnered with small businesses around DC and into Virginia and Alexandria. So that I'm excited to go and try out some of these finger foods.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Right?
Especially when it comes to vegan food, because I've heard the critique that there's not enough vegan options out there. And then some of the options aren't as tasty as some others might like.
Yes.
But you're saying here that not only do you have vegan food that's tasty, but it's from Nigeria. Wow, which very surprising to hear. Like, wow, very cool.
It is very cool. It just really speaks to the cultural diversity of our area.
Yeah, very diverse.
To all the different types of cultures that we have in our own backyard, which I just love.
That's great. And people can order that, though. You said so in their popular apps like DoorDash or something like that, or
there are. I'm not sure on their website which apps they use, but they do have delivery for them.
If you guys want it, you can find it and you can have it. So there you go.
They can be found.
They can be found. There you go. All right. So what do we have next?
How about some House of Sauce? So House of Sauce claims that their OG sauce, which is kind of like a smoky barbecue sauce, goes on everything. They're like, you don't need a sauce for this, a sauce for that. Their OG sauce goes on everything. Okay. So you have to show up, taste their sauce, and see if their claim is true.
I would like to test that claim because, some sauces don't go with other things.
That's a bold statement.
That's a very bold statement. That's a very bold statement. I would like to try the sauces.
I'm hoping that it lives up to it.
At the very least, it's a good marketing tactic to get you to try it. So yes. I would definitely challenge anyone to check it out. Hashtag What's Happening MoCo, so I can see what your thought of it was.
See what they put it on. I want to see what people have put that sauce on, the OG
I would like
sauce.
To see, yes. The OG sauce. It sounds like it's made for me. Hey, there we go. All right.
Another one that I think is going to be really fun to try is sweet corn pudding. And so, so this is really a celebration of family tradition that the owner would have this sweet corn pudding as a holiday treat in their family. So she wanted to share that with people. Okay. And this business is a part of the Hagerstown Community College Incubator Program, which is really great to see some of these programs that are really helping to facilitate small businesses. Mm-hmm. And so she does a lot of, speaking of different options, she does vegan and also gluten-free options. So she's catering to the needs now that people have, like myself, that I eat gluten-free.
And it's focused on corn pudding.
Corn pudding, yep.
Wow, all right.
Yep. So that's an interesting one that I'm going to want to try out myself. That is pre-cooked, ready to serve, so you order it ahead of time.
Oh, wow.
And you can find her at farmers markets or other events. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to bring some of that to my somewhat family,
That's corn pudding. For people that aren't familiar with corn pudding, it's actually kind of sweet, right? It's not... So if you traditionally think about corn being buttery and sometimes kind of sweet as a vegetable on its own, corn pudding, the texture is a bit different. It's a bit smoother, and it's more of it's kind of shaped like a pastry, not like a pie, but maybe a
casserole?
Kind of like a casserole, yeah.
Yes.
So it's giving people an idea of what the corn pudding might be like. Now, we don't know what it's like, but we know it's going to be
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out, though. We're going to get our apps. We're going to go around. We're going to do our research on the website first, pay our $20. Then we're going to go around. And out of that 90 that we have listed, we're going to find the one for the corn pudding because we need to stop by there.
My goal is to hit all 90.
if you hit all 90, you need to come back and just to talk to me.
I know. I'm going to share my experience.
Share your experience. Give us a summary. And maybe we could just have a quick scroll of the 90 selfies you take at all the booths and just have them flash through.
Challenge
and
accepted.
Smile. There you go. Thank you. Let's go.
The next business that we have here is My Dad's Chips.
All right.
So My Dad's Chips is fun. It's a dad who made chips. He had college-age students. He would send them in care packages to his children. And it just became such like a fun treat that all his friends and family were asking for these chips too. Okay. And so he made a business out of it. So we have a few. They make different flavors: jalapeno, sriracha, balsamic vinaigrette. I think this is a salt balsamic.
No problem.
Thanks, Nate, for the salt and balsamic vinegar chips, and then an original flavor.
I attended a golf tournament last year, and I believe My Dad's Chips was one of the sponsors because they were a table full of the chips. And I asked them, like, My Dad's Chips, is that local? And they're like, yeah. Because the packaging is so, I don't want to say, it's nice. It's very nice packaging.
Yes. So
you can't differentiate it basically from the packaging for Utz or Lay's potato chips. But the branding is unique because it's My Dad's Chips.
Absolutely. So he is it was originated in Gaithersburg. So they are a local, yes, get a little bit of that crunching into the microphone. They are a local business from Gaithersburg. So you can find them around Montgomery County, but they're actually in over 750 locations nationwide.
Wow.
So they've really grown their business. Over 750 other locations nationwide.
That is beautiful to see the growth and just the presence of them. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And so to describe this, it's like a kettle chip. Mm-hmm. Very crunchy. I have salt and vinegar here. It has the salt and vinegar, of course, it has a little bit of salty, but the tanginess is the key and the crunchiness. And It delivers.
These are so good.
It delivers. It delivers.
This I can have. These are gluten-free and they're delicious.
This is not a paid endorsement.
Nope. I'm going to keep going.
A guy enjoying chips. All right. What else do we have here? We see these other colorful, very well crafted brands here. What are we looking at?
So, Anae, can you tell us a little bit about Siona's Foods? Because you just went and even explored the restaurant, right?
Yeah. So it's in Rockville. So Siona Foods, she has the Sheba Ethiopian restaurant in Rockville. It's really popular. I actually went there to look at some of the crisps that they had. So this is their injera crisp. So the flatbread that you normally see in the Ethiopian food scene, she took that and just made it crispy.
Oh, wow. And anyone familiar, I guess, with Ethiopian food, injera is generally a bit soft and spongy. And so these seem to be almost the opposite. They have the same looking texture, but
they look soft and spongy, yes.
But they seem like they're going to be crunchy. So, all right, guys, I want you to turn up the volume in your cars and on your computers and your cell phones, and let's see how crunchy this is. Oh, it's so crunchy.
So there's two different flavors. Anae, which ones do we have here?
So right now you guys have the cinnamon sugar and the medium spicy. Siona actually has 5 flavors: the classic, garlic and salt, a spicier version of the medium spicy, and then the sweet one. Yeah.
And I think what I just said was spicy, and it's not overly spicy, but it does have some heat to it.
Did it hit you at the end?
And once you start chewing it, the flavors come through. Like it's almost as if you're eating. Was it Indora Watt? Is this Dora Watt or something? It's like a red sauce, and it is spicy, but then it is usually accompanied with some type of meat or chicken.
Okay.
And when you're using your injera to eat, because you're eating with your fingers, but the injera is like the tools you usually eat, and you taste it. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like.
So she captured the experience that you would have from your meal into this crisp. That's incredible.
It's good, and it is spicy. I do feel a bit of sweat on the top of my forehead starting to develop.
Just keep eating them. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm going
no one notices.
Again, turn up the volume one more time. All right. That's crunchy. That is crunchy, right? There you go. Okay.
So you have the sweet cinnamon, right, and then the crunchy, spicy one to kind of go back and forth if you want. Yeah, and she makes different ones, right? Classic,
classic ones with garlic, a spicier version, and then one more flavor.
We'll have to go look for.
Yeah.
I wonder what led to the creation of this. Where she, I would love to hear a story one day. That would be great. I guess I could hear it if I go to the
the MoCoEats Food and Beverage Showcase.
All right, I found out in person. All right, fantastic.
Another business that's going to be there is the Sweet Almond. So they're out of Hyattsville, and they do custom macaroons. So thinking of those beautiful colors, all those macaroons that you can do for special occasions. Because if you're going to do a beautiful display of food, what's better than perfectly curated, colored macaroons? But what she does, on top of making them delicious, you can do your own like logos or branding on them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, or maybe initials for a wedding. So she customizes those and her macaroons, which I've never really seen before. So that's pretty cool.
That'd be amazing. I have a friend that's getting married. I'm going to recommend that she incorporates that into her, her giveaways for her bridal party. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, or a baby shower. That would be a great option. Or a birthday party. These, I think there's so many.
Or for clients, if you have clients that you appreciate, you send them a gift package that's branded to your brand, and then maybe suited to them as individuals. It's just it's very nice.
That's it. We're going to see Visit Montgomery macaroons. I'm there for it.
Hey, thank you. Now consider me a client. I'll take 5, please. Thank you. Okay. All right.
Another company that I absolutely adore is Rustic Roots Coffee, and we have some of the bags here kind of hidden away.
All right.
But we didn't brew any. I should have. It's the afternoon. I could use a little coffee pick me up.
But we can change that today.
But I do love Rustic Roots Coffee. They are out in the agricultural reserve. So a third of Montgomery County is designated as an agricultural reserve, which means that it's preserved land that can't be developed, and that's where a lot of our farms are. And so Rustic Roots is out there, They are an LGBTQ women-owned business,
Okay.
and you can find them at like farmers markets, Locals Farm Market, which is in Poolsville. It's like this farm-to-table little cafe food. I don't know if you've been out there, but it's wonderful. They're actually also going to be at the showcase.
Oh, wow. Very convenient.
Yes.
All right.
And so you can find their coffee or on online and order it.
All right.
And it's fantastic.
Wow, it's interesting that she's able to grow coffee. She's growing coffee here, or is she shipping in coffee?
No, she gets
developing it? Okay.
she uses Ethiopian and Colombian beans.
Okay.
And then they roast them here.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. All right.
So I don't know about you, but I love pickles.
Oh.
How's that for a segue?
Pickles are always good.
I don't know how to answer that one. He's like, okay, if it was on a burger or something, I guess it's okay.
So Pepper's Pickles is coming. Pepper's Pickles is coming from Chestertown, Maryland. So, which I think is fantastic. Chestertown is over in Kent County, so across the Bay Bridge.
Okay.
They are still a Maryland-made product. They're coming to share their pickles with us. They are named after their cat, Pepperjack. So it's Pepper's Pickles is named after the cat Pepperjack.
All right.
And so they are a family-owned business. And
Pepperjack.
yes.
Like the cheese.
Like the cheese,
All
or
right.
like pickles.
Or like pickles. Yeah. There you go. Hey.
So they started making this as a family business, but the owner was able to completely leave her job back in 2011 and dive in and make this a full-time business.
Oh, wow.
And so these are going to be good.
Yeah, because 2011 was what, 14 years ago, right? So that's some staying power.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to be on the top of my list. In my app, you're going to see Pepper's Pickles right at the top on that passport. That's where I'm going first.
And for the uninitiated, pickles can come in so many different flavors. It's not just the traditional kosher pickle or dill pickle. There's so many different flavors you can make. I've seen at some of the delis in the county that there's so many different types of pickles you can have and enjoy. So I'm imagining that's something that the pepper pickles.
Pepper's Pickles.
Pepper's Pickles.
You're going to have to try all the
Say
different
that 4 times fast.
varieties and flavors of
Okay.
pickles that she is going to bring to the
Wow.
showcase.
I'm looking forward to that. I want to hear that crunch. I just want to see that pickle.
That's a different crunch
Yeah,
than these.
It's a different. Yeah, it's a little bit more moist, but it still has that. It's a snap. It's kind of a snappy crunch.
So I don't know if you've seen the mushroom coffee trend.
I've seen that. It's all over
Yes.
social media, and
It's supposed to.
I almost want to keep buying it. No, I don't need that. I don't know. I want to
You
drink
almost
the mushroom
well, you know
coffee
what?
because is it coffee? Is it okay? Okay. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Garden Based is the name of this Super Brew coffee alternative.
Right.
So Garden Based is the business, Super Brew is the product.
Wow.
And they claim, you get the energy and the focus that you would from a cup of coffee without the crash, no jitters, and it's better for your gut health. So
that's
that
great.
is, something that I'm looking forward to trying.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hit buy from one of these other guys. You can come
Right.
to the showcase,
Yeah.
the Consumer Expo, try Garden Based
Okay.
right there and see how much you like their coffee.
Oh my gosh.
Alternative.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So not saying that you're an expert in the mushroom coffee business, but you make it much the same way you make coffee or tea.
You
Just
do.
add hot water, I guess.
Exactly. You brew it in a similar manner. It's going to be kind of a ground product.
Okay.
And then brew it in your coffee maker.
Wow, I would love to try it.
Yes.
That's all the rage right now.
It is all the
it's
rage.
Definitely trending. It's definitely trending. Yes.
They also make a blend of herbal teas.
Oh,
and so
okay.
I think that'll be fun to try the different flavors. It's a couple that they're the duo of these natural herbs to have a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to balance something out.
I'm a coffee drinker. I probably drink way too much coffee. So I love the idea of switching it up and getting something that might be better for
That's
my
a
health.
philosophical question. Is there such a thing as too much coffee? I don't know if there's such a thing. I don't know.
I want to sound like I'm going to drink and be healthier. So I'm like saying that I drink too much coffee, but I am with you. I
Yeah.
don't know that there's really too much coffee.
There you are.
I love the caffeine.
Yep.
So I just recently found out about this business in Rockville called Rice Around the World.
Okay. Wow.
Yes,
That's a lot of
exactly.
rice. Okay.
Rice. So what they do is they serve rice bowls that are literally from around the world. So you can get a Tex-Mex, teriyaki chicken, butter chicken, Salvadorian beef, Peruvian beef, arroz con huevos, jerk chicken, or a Korean bulgogi bowl.
Okay.
And so you can
Right.
eat different styles of rice bowls from around the world.
That sounds delicious.
Rice Around the World.
Okay.
So
Wow.
their boxes are packed with 60 grams of protein. So it's a high protein bowl. And you order them online, pre-order, but they also have food trucks that pop around. So you can maybe be at one of the wineries and breweries in the county and get your Rice Around the World bowl while you're drinking.
So when you order the bowl, it'll come to your house. You add the hot water or whatever, and then you have a bowl of rice? Or is that kind of how it works? Or
You know what? That's a really good question.
okay.
I envisioned it that it was like pre-done.
Okay.
And that you're just reheating it at home.
Oh wow, even better. That's
Right?
That's the ideal scenario.
That's what maybe I'm just
I was trying
hoping
to
that
see
that's what it is.
outside my cooking ability. It's okay. If it's a little bit beyond add water, I don't know if I can handle that. But if it says put it in the microwave for 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I can handle that. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Wow. And the variety is very interesting.
That's what I think is unique about it, because you can get rice bowls at a lot of different places. And I think that's something that I like. It's a really quick and easy grab and go for lunch or dinner. For me, it's a great gluten-free option.
And there's
so
another thing you could try at the expo as well.
that's where I'm going.
Now, and you mentioned
adding
the
that
first
to
day.
my
We've been
passport.
talking a lot about the first day where residents and people, all visitors can go there. But anyone with $20 can go there and enjoy the good food and all meet the vendors and these business success stories in person the first day. But there's a second day.
There is a second day.
Well, before we go and talk about the second day, are there any more snacks? Are we talking about snacks already?
There
You don't do
is.
any
You know
snacks?
who I
Okay.
want to talk about? I would love to talk about Sunflower Bakery. So Sunflower
Oh, wow.
Bakery, have you
Okay.
heard of them?
No, I
They
haven't.
are tucked away behind Twin Brook Metro Station in Rockville. And they have this program for teens that that are. I'm getting distracted by the things going on in the studio, but we are. Now I'm focused again.
That's right. Here we
Sunflower
are. Let's go.
Bakery has
Yeah.
a program for teens with neurodiversity.
Oh, wow.
And so someone who might have ADHD or is on the autism spectrum may be part of this program to either take baking classes or work in the bakery to build job skills. So
that's amazing.
it's great.
Okay.
So they have all different types.
Wow.
This happens to be gluten-free because I wanted something that I can try.
There we go.
And it's
Something
a
you can
lemon
try.
tart.
And that's
and
why I
it
wanted to
looked
make sure we got to
so
this so that you
good.
can
Yes,
enjoy
I appreciate
this, of course,
that.
because I'm so selfless. All right. And thank you again to Anae. She's been fantastic.
Thanks, Anae.
No problem.
All right. Okay. And we have forks. Okay. So let's talk about this. Tell us what you think.
All right.
And I know you can't
This time I
say-
get the first
okay,
bite.
there we go. All right. Mm. Let's see if they hear the moistness. It seems very moist.
That is so good. It's everything I wanted it to be.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm going to go in for another bite. But we often order the Sunflower Bakery cookies.
Oh, wow.
I Visit
Okay.
Montgomery. We like to do that to give to different people
Mhm.
as gifts. And so now this is the first time trying the lemon tart
Yeah,
for me,
lemon
and
tart,
I am
yeah.
really into this.
You know what will go good with this?
Coffee.
Mushroom coffee. I was thinking to myself, yeah, mushroom coffee, that would be quite delicious. Along with this, it's okay. All right. So day two. Day one, if you have $20, you can go visit, enjoy all the things, download the app, go to the website, get your ticket. Day two, if you're an industry professional, day two is for you. Is that what we're
That's
hearing?
right. So so someone who is in the hospitality industry, if you are looking to go into the hospitality industry from different perspectives, if you from hoteliers, general managers, small business owners, there's going to be a lot of different panel discussions. We'll have hospitality innovation in the age of AI. So you have kind of that AI discussion, which is a hot topic.
I don't know if I want AI taking care of my hospitality needs.
No, but from a marketing perspective, there are a lot of great uses for AI in the industry.
Certainly.
So there's set topics on navigating the startup process for small businesses. Right. Connecting to county resources.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We'll have a panel discussion of locally made stories of people who have created successful startups. And then we have food composting, food donations, and sourcing local products as a panel discussion. One, from being a marketer, I love the making headlines, building buzz with media and influencers. So a way to really, learn how to tell your story in a way that's going to catch the attention of the media, in a way that you'll get press pickup, or helpful tips on working with influencers and content creators to really get the story of your business out there to the consumers and to hit the right audience. Another piece that I'm really excited about is we have partnered with Montgomery County Public Schools hospitality program. And the students are going to be doing a live competition. Oh, wow. It's been part of their curriculum to build a business plan and marketing plan for a food truck.
Oh, wow. That's different. They're not just making a item. They're actually making a business.
That's right. This program, they do have the culinary program where they're, baking and cooking, but this is taking it to the next level and giving them the skills that they need to start their own business. And they will be presenting their final live on stage at the hospitality conference. Oh, wow. And it's going to be like Shark Tank style, where they have judges of professionals that are going to be able to give them their professional opinion on what I'm assuming are going to be awesome business plans. Because we have awesome students here in Montgomery County.
I want to say we have some of the best students in the world.
Absolutely.
I am a little biased.
I have two myself, and so I'm a bit biased also.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you for having your two kids here. That's awesome. Yes. All right, so first day, we want people to plan to compete with you. You're going to get all 90
I'm going to hit all 90 on my Visit MoCo app.
Right.
But if you don't have that goal like me, you still can go to MoCoEats.com and see all of the different participating businesses. That's where you can buy your tickets. And then you can also, if you're like, oh, where did I go afterwards? You can also, they'll still be live on the site. So you can check out all of the small businesses, big businesses, little businesses, all the businesses that are going to be participating.
Now, this seems like an opportunity for people to let you know how they enjoy the process. Is there like a hashtag or something people should be following along as they sample the cuisine or as they go about their lives in Montgomery County or visiting Montgomery County?
I always encourage people to follow us at Visit MoCo.
Okay.
And you can also follow us at Visit MoCoEats.
Right, Visit MoCoEats.
For foodie content. So as you're going through, please tag us at MoCoEats Showcase. Tag us at Visit MoCo and Visit MoCoEats. Share those photos. Right. You'll find my photos of tasting everything. And I'm an accountant to see if anybody beats me.
Oh, wow. I don't know. If you hit 90, I don't know if anyone's going to beat
even
90.
If you don't, you can check in to win at a reasonable number of businesses to win the ultimate MoCoEats giveaway at the event.
Well, I want to say thank you so much, Leticia.
Thank you for having us.
For being here. Thanks for Visit Montgomery for all you do and letting the world know about all the great things happening in Montgomery County, Maryland. So if you're not from Montgomery County, Maryland, come here, enjoy the fine foods and cuisines and, of course, all the attractions. But also ask the question, what's happening in MoCo? Because you deserve the answers. Whether you live here locally and enjoy the show or you live somewhere else, we appreciate you, we thank you, and we hope that you have the great taste to sample the cuisine here in MoCo, Montgomery County, Maryland.
Thanks for listening to What's Happening MoCo. Please subscribe via your favorite podcasting platform and follow us on Facebook. This podcast is brought to you by County Cable Montgomery, your source for news and information from the Montgomery County government. Connect with us via cable, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube by searching for County Cable MoCo.